How's everybody out there tonight? I hope you are doing great. We got another episode of Old School Gamer Live coming straight at you. We got an awesome episode tonight. We have the boys that have made Heavy Metal Titans Squash Bug Games with us. Let me turn this volume down a little bit so you can hear me a little bit better. Squash Bug Games is with us tonight. The creators of Heavy Metal Titans going to be releasing soon on the iArcade. And we have Todd Friedman from All Things Gaming joining us. Let's see what's going on tonight. I got my pals with me, as always, Casey and Ryan. How are you doing today, guys?
What's going on? Happy Throwback Thursday on Old School Gamer. Hey, perfect day to have an Old School Gamer show on a Throwback Thursday.
I mean, did you plan the scheduling for being on Thursdays because that's what we're all about, or what?
Hey, no quarter A. I don't know how he
Might
did
have.
it. You might have. I don't know. But it's a Throwback Thursday.
It was definitely if I did.
You were commenting, Casey, while we're getting ready about the Hawaiian shirts. I wear these almost every day. So
You got me feeling relaxed, man. Hey, I love it.
See, the version of the Hawaiian shirt here in Arkansas is a Fisher shirt, a fisherman shirt. It's the same thing, just has a couple extra pockets so I can act like I'm doing something, And so yeah, that's what I do.
I'm more about the chill, and in Iowa it's chill.
Yeah,
this time of the year. So
yeah, you got to pretend that you're rugged out here. It's the only way you can get by. So Anyway, good to see you guys. We have some awesome guests on tonight. I'm so excited to bring these guys on. But before we bring them on, let's fire off our magazine update. Ryan, what have we got?
Well, let's see. Let me go ahead and put this up on the screen for you guys so you can see what I'm seeing. Let's see, window. There we go. Okay. Bang, there we go. This is the latest issue of the magazine. It's at the press and available digitally. We did an Atari theme with this one with a ton of different Atari-related things.
Wow.
And, by the way, there's our Kickstarter. This is the first of our new generation of everything. So Kickstarters, thank you for putting that together. Subscription information, just kind of give a quick vibe. We had a graphic redo on things. Thanks to some of our different friends out there. We're really turning up the volume on content and graphical look and everything with stuff. More stuff, some of our sponsors, guys at Heritage Auctions. Some cool stuff with top 3 games for the different Atari platforms. A Brett Weiss piece he did for us.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Donkey Kong and how it was converted to the 2600, 5200, 7800.
That's super cool.
That game was so fun on that machine.
That was cool, man. We got an interview directly with the CEO of Atari, and we talked a little bit about stuff. He was even showing off his own original Game Boy. That is his from back in the day. He still has it. My mom got rid of all my stuff, but he still has his original Game Boy. Neat guy, young guy. I'm guessing he's probably in his mid-30s, taking over and redirecting what Atari's doing with things. Talk about that Atari VCS is a little bit controversial. That was out there for a while.
Yeah.
Controllers.
It's still out there.
Yeah, let's see what else we got. Atari's foray into pinball. A little bit of material there. Retro Ralph got involved, starting to do some stuff with us, thanks to a little bit of my friends at IRK and everything like that, getting me in with some of these different people that are out there too. Reviews of a couple different books, movies that were out there. Hey, look at that. You play arcade. Cool. Indie update, new column starting up by Brian Hall.
Nice.
Going to cover stuff. He's actually going into NES next after this, and he's going to cover Game Boy development, Game Boy Color development. He's going to get into all kinds of different stuff in the independent area. Stuff my internet's dragging down. Well, either way, I mean, the issue is packed. Oh, let's go back.
Man, that's packed. That is packed.
Vectrex stuff, and we're only on page 44.
How many pages did he get to?
We're at 72 pages.
Jeez.
So you'll be able to, the free subscribers will be able to access the first approximate half of the magazine just for going to that subscription link that No Quarter's been putting all over the screens for us and everything. Want to subscribe to it? Love to have you join in. $20 a year full digital subscription, or $50 a year for the print and digital. Plus, you get access to all the back issues. We'll keep on saying that just to remind you guys to get the word out about it on things. But I mean, that's what we want you to check it out. Proud to get this issue out. It's a good month behind. We're heavily into the next issue now, which is actually going to cover Williams Electronics through Midway, through Raw Thrills, who's making all the big modern games now, actually headed up by a guy with some major retro cred, Eugene Jarvis, if you remember that name from way back in the day. He's heading up that Raw Thrills. So if you go to an average arcade or bowling alley or something like that, you see Raw Thrills, they make about 3/4 of the games that are out there.
Yeah, every game out there.
Yeah.
That's Eugene Jarvis and the gang. So the
kidding
of Robotron and Defender,
He's the GOAT.
Smash TV, yes, continues.
Wow, awesome.
There's cool stuff out there.
Nice. The king of Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, pretty much.
They have a deal. When I spent some time with him about a year or so, he's telling me they have games developed specifically for Dave and Buster's, and then the rest of the world gets to see them after that. So it's sort of like Dave and Buster's wants to have it first, then they get it out to other people. There was some cool stuff he was showing me that's in process. So, really, really impressed with him. Very smart guy too. Oh my gosh, he's crazy smart.
We'll have to get him on the show, man.
I will work on that. No problem.
Yeah, let's do that. Real quick, guys, we have our QR codes here. If you want to get a free subscription, pretty much to our digital subscription, right, Ryan? When you go onto the site, you get the free subscription that gives you the half of the episode, or not the episode,
the magazine. Yep.
Yeah, the article or the magazine. Yeah. So anyway, get your free subscription on the left QR code there. You can hook up to our YouTube using the second one, third one Twitch, and Facebook on the fourth one there. I've been using these things all day. I've been really blown away with how cool the QR codes are. Check them out yourself. There's that.
That's cool. One other thing, are we covering kind of news at this point? I got to get used to the format of the show. So I've got one other thing to bring up if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
The video game history. Let me get them. Hold on, video game. Oh, where is it? Hold on a second. Let me find this thing. Video Game History Foundation. Let's see. Cut, paste, go. Not being prepared, but trying to not look too embarrassed at the same time. There we go. And StreamYard. Share screen. There we go. They are a group that we just sent out a mass email helping to promote them. They are all about the same thing that we're trying to do. And they're trying to raise money to archive basically all kinds of stuff that's out there. Similar to what our friends at the Strong have done and some of the other museums, this group of people are working on archiving stuff that's not found anymore. More rare stuff that's out there. So,
wow.
But yes, someone else to check out when you have a chance. Old School Gamer just threw a couple bucks at them, and we'd appreciate if you like what we are doing. you'll like what they're doing. So check out them and try to help us raise some money.
Are they going to any trade shows?
They're always up at the Portland show, and they bring out a lot of stuff because they're based, I think, up in Seattle, Portland area. They're usually at that show. So no quarter when you're there in KC. When we get up to Portland, I'll introduce you to these guys. Really neat group doing some stuff. And you know what? They're a subscriber to Old School Game.
Oh, very good. Very good. They better be. Awesome.
So that's the excitement I've got for you guys in the last week or so since we've actually it's been 2 weeks. We had Thanksgiving last week, didn't we?
Yeah,
we had Thanksgiving. Yeah. We were getting full last week.
That's our magazine update right there. Now, KC has some articles prepared here, some retro gaming articles. I can't wait to see what he pulled up. Let's see here.
It's funny that Ryan talked about the theme of this magazine is all Atari. Well, I just so happened to bring up an article discussing the new launch of the Atari 50. I'll tell you guys, I picked this up on launch date, and man, when I say I learned so much about some of my favorite games, that was one of the first systems that I played, and just getting to watch all the different interviews. I mean, that thing is jam-packed with history.
Yeah, I talked to the developers at the Portland show, and we've got a full write-up coming up in the January issue. We couldn't get into this November because we were too full, but that is a really cool piece. Plus some alternate versions of games that are in there too.
Man, I couldn't believe it, Ryan. I mean, and then to see some remastered and some new titles, reimagined titles. I mean, that thing is worth every bit of the money. Seeing the history on just the different games. We had Nolan Bushnell. He did an interview with the new CEO, which I thought was interesting. You got the old school mixed with the new school. It showed the 2 generations, bridging the gap. Definitely go pick that up, the Atari 50. No quarter, what was one of your first Atari games that you played? I know you mentioned you had the 2600.
Asteroids.
So Asteroids was yours.
Yeah, Asteroids is probably the first Atari game that I remember playing. I remember playing on multiple platforms. I remember playing it on my Vectrex before I played it on any Atari.
Ooh, that's the way to play the game. Yeah,
that was the first time I played it. It wasn't called Asteroids on there. It was called Space War or something like that.
Yeah, but it was like it. It was the full vector. The one on the Atari 2600 wasn't that good, really. My favorite game from the 2600 days was Pitfall. And I actually got autographed by David Crane at one of the shows.
That was a good game.
Yeah, that's a great game. There's a lot of great games in the 2600, man. Like I've been playing freaking Barnstorming. That's
Barnstorming is a good game. Yeah,
we were playing that one. Well, we did a bunch of testing on them, and they were
Space Shuttle.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite ones growing up. Space Shuttle and Combat, obviously. I think everybody in America owned a copy of Combat because it was the pack-in game. So that was one of my favorites as well.
Does he already say?
I rocked the Pac-Man. You know, it was.
Pac-Man was
I didn't mind the Pac-Man.
I wasn't bad. It was, and you picked up little. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, it was good.
But it was at home. You didn't have to pay a quarter every time.
All that mattered, right? That's all that mattered. Casey, does it say what all platforms that the Atari?
So it'll be on VC. So here's some controversy. I'm sure you've been seeing it. They were still working on some stuff on the VCS. Mm-hmm. I have the VCS, and we're still waiting for it to drop there. That's the best place to play it, I would say, if you want to be true to form. Get it on a VCS. But you can get it on your PS4, 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch and PC. So pretty much everywhere. But if I got to pick a place, I would say get it on your VCS if you own one.
Yeah. I remember talking with the developers there at Portland. They said the reason why they did the other platforms first is because they can't control PlayStation and Nintendo and those kinds of guys. So it's like, let's see, get it done there because we know we can tell it whenever we want to release it on the Atari stuff. So it'll be real soon. I wouldn't anticipate it but being much more than another week or two.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna move on to the next hot topic of the day. So I saw this article and they're talking about retro games getting a new life. And me and No Quarter had talked about this before. You get into an era where a lot of us are 40 and up. and we're trying to reclaim our youth, right? So it's going to be a big nostalgia push. You start to see a lot of these retro consoles. I mean, I got into collecting probably 20 years ago when it was cheap. I tried to revisit collecting, and even for Atari 2600, I'm like, what? This is costing this, and Jaguar's up. I mean, it's
N64 is selling for $200.
So funny you say that, Ryan. This article discusses about the N64. There was the I have the Donkey Kong green translucent.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I've seen one. This one sold for $20,000. A Chrome N64. I've seen those back in the day for cheap. Now one sold for $20,000. So imagine going into your garage and realizing you got $1 million worth of merchandise.
Some people do.
So so this is what this is discussing. I showed No Quarter a picture. I went home this past Thanksgiving. Mom didn't throw things away, so thank God for that. I still got my 2600, but I have a Coleco handheld baseball that my dad had gave me.
Oh, I remember that.
And I see those things on eBay for a lot of money. I found my Teddy Ruxpin, all these different things. But there's a big push, guys. I don't know about what kind of retro collectors you guys are, but I'm that guy that, hey, my mom didn't buy me this in 1989. Now that I'm grown and got a job, I'm going to get all these things that I always wanted. So that's the kind of buyer I am. I went and got an Atari Jaguar because I wanted it at the time it came out. My mom was like, didn't we already get you this? It's not, the days of that is over. You know, you got parents now that you're buying multiple systems. But back then, if you got one system, you had to ride that system until it broke. It wasn't, oh, I'm going to buy you a new one. It's been 2 years. If it's still kicking, you're going to use it. So that's the reason why I had the 2600 until probably 1990.
The 2600 was also built like a rock.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
I mean, it took lots to take those suckers out. You had to physically abuse it. Where the current stuff, you get that blue circle of death or whatever. Look at it wrong.
Real quick, I want to say thanks, G.I. Joe. Appreciate you subscribing. That's awesome.
Yeah, you should be able to access the issue, by the way, G.I. Joe, by just going and logging in. It's in there. If you have any trouble, please pop me an email directly.
All right, I'm going to go on to the last hot topic of the day. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to check out that new Sega Genesis Mini 2. This is not the first one, folks. This is the second one. I feel like Sega said, hey, the first release was kind of dismal. We're going to take another stab at this, and they did a good job. I picked one of these up. They have a real variety this time. It wasn't just your throwaways, I call it. These are titles, and the guy in the article, Giovanni, he mentions he feels like he's at Blockbuster on a Friday night and see the cover art and pick something up just because of that. I was that kid. I would get a game based on cover art. So cover art was really important. Yeah, he said he picks games on this new Sega Mini based on that. So there are also a couple CD games that are on there too. So I like the way that they picked this variety of titles this time. I think Sega nailed it on this second run. Have you guys had a chance to check out the Mini 2?
I like to see the Sega Tower of Power combination.
That would be awesome.
You could emulate the whole Tower of Power with all the cables in the back.
That would be nice to do.
15 power supplies.
Hey, but I love to see Sega trying to make that comeback. I mean, things have been tough for them. They've been trying to figure out their way, I feel, since Dreamcast. I think they've been trying to figure this out. With nostalgia being at its heavy right now, I think this is the time for them to strike gold. I say they should drop a Dreamcast Mini. So if there's anybody from the Sega world listening, drop a Dreamcast Mini. That will crush the game.
Yeah, I think they're waiting on that one. They got a lot of room to go.
Well,
a CD.
The Dreamcast was able to surf the internet. Maybe they'll work in like an old Netscape browser and something like that.
So that's
the fake modem sound.
Fake modem. Well, that's it for me, guys. That's my 3 hot topics of the night.
Very cool. Very cool. I want to show real quick. I have some new light up buttons. You play arcade, and I am offering a kit very soon. Flip out your menu buttons on your iArcade. So these things are because they're not super bright, and they're just give you a little bit of color. So I've been really liking them a lot. So they'll be available very soon.
Strip. He wants it to look like Las Vegas on his machine. I love it.
It does. It almost does. It gives me that illusion, at least. And also, guys, the iArcade holiday sale is going on right now. Awesome deals on all the cabinets. Get them right now. Nice. They're available. All right. Let's move over to our friends of Old School Gamer and get our boys on here.
Our friends are here.
And now, Bug Gaming is going to join us here. Renzo.
Well, there they are. There they are.
What's up, guys?
Hello there.
How are you?
What's going on, guys?
What's up? I'm only hanging out for a minute or two. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do. And from what I understand, we're going iArcade first, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
So give us a short story.
Okay. Well, I've always wanted to be a game developer since I was a kid, and I finally pulled that trigger like 6 years ago. You know, I changed my degree to game development, and that kind of just gave me the swift kick in the rear, you know, to get started. My tool of choice, of course, is Unreal Engine, and that is what I focus with. It's very graphic intensive, so it was a little tricky, you know, getting it to run on Android equipment. But you know, where there's a will, there is always a way. So, you know, we got it looking pretty good, you know, for the system. And this game actually started almost 2 years ago for a school assignment, and it's gone through, you know, 3 different name changes. You know, so I've got references of all these different name changes throughout the project, and yeah, there's just stuff that players don't ever see. It's like file names and stuff like that, you know.
Nice. Well, let's fire off the demo for it real quick here, and then we'll come right back. Let's
Cool.
check out Heavy Metal Titans.
Woke up this morning, something just wasn't right. You know that feeling you get in your gut? Makes you wonder if you're going to see tomorrow? Yeah, they're coming for us. That ain't nothing new. What are we going to do about it? We're about to light up those critters.
The Slayer's always ready. Yeehaw!
Lock and loaded.
Light 'em up, boys.
Hey, Cynthia, hold on. We're on the way.
Have no fear, the Zone Boys are here. War Horse!
Rain down fire!
Bring in the boom boom!
Yep, it's gonna be a good day.
All right. That is so awesome. You guys are a long way. That is so awesome.
That was a lot of fun to make, and I was getting a little amped up watching it there. So I appreciate you. We appreciate you playing that for us tonight.
Appreciate you guys making. I can definitely see Wrangler's influence in all of this. It's hilarious to see this just evolve, man. It just keeps getting better and better. It's awesome, man. I'm so proud of you guys. I know how much
so much stuff going
work.
on, right?
Yeah, you guys have put an unbelievable amount of work into this. I love, man. You got light layers going on. You
All
have
kind of stuff going,
multiple
man.
planes of fighting going on. How many characters now? How many characters?
9.
9 characters. How many stages do you have now?
Well, it's still
So
9. We're just polishing those out.
9 stages too?
9 stages. So episode 1 releasing soonish. We'll have 3 worlds. So there's three levels on each world. And so each level has, it's basically a run and gun shooter, like a Contra or a Metal Gear, as you saw on there, but there's so many other elements of gameplay, like RPG, shooters, horizontal, vertical shooters, kind of all the stuff that you saw on the.
I love the moving forward. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I like too.
Yeah, it's not sprite scaling. You're just. I don't know how you're doing it, but you're just moving along in a 3D world somehow. But that is a cool perspective, man. Very
kind of reminds me of Space Harrier. The that gameplay. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, very similar. Very, very similar.
Nice. Yeah, it's a love letter to all of our favorite games.
Should we pull up your screen here?
And all of our favorite people. So that there's a lot of references to people in the community, and we saw No Quarter and KC dropping down to bring back. Here we go. This is the opening.
That intro, man. That thing it's a storyline with this. That's what I like too. I love a good storyline on a game.
Yeah, that's good old Billy Wrangle wrote the story. I'm just stringing it all together.
I'm just so glad he finally got to exercise his direction and producing skills. This boy's
keep him busy
for years now.
I keep him busy.
That is awesome.
It's been a lot of fun, and you saw the broom there. It really all started with the broom, the most powerful weapon in the universe. It's Prentice's broom. That's where it all started.
Yeah, this thing is full of inside jokes. If you don't know what's going on in the iArcade community, you probably be a little baffled with what's going on here.
Mr. Jerry's Burger Joint.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Lots of shout outs. This guy. Yeah, he adds.
Dude, it has
brings up your health.
It has a South Park look to it.
You know what?
It really does.
That was by accident. I'm the artist for all this stuff.
Man, it has its own art feel. I mean, you really have captured something, man. This is really, really cool.
So you know what I want to see now? Since you said that, No Quarter, I want to see an animated short. I know you guys could pull that off.
It's absolutely they could. You just need the storyline and
animated short.
Have you guys heard of Leah McNasty?
No.
Okay. No, he's a YouTuber. He's got a bunch of shorts. He's pretty funny. But that's him.
Oh, that's funny.
So if he wanted to be on, he said, okay.
So when you hear the audio, you're just gonna die like it. So if you ever look him up, his name's Leigh McNasty or Leigh McClendon. He plays the role of a teacher and the student, and they're just hilarious. They're like just a few seconds long. But he agreed. He's got over 2 million followers. And so he was like, yeah, I want to do it. It's like, cool.
Heck yeah. And I love the billboards. I see Six's shoe. I see Old School Gamer Mac. Like, this is what it's all about. The community.
The entire community.
Yeah, the whole community is involved. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I think that's going to be a legacy that, our kids and family and, hey, look, there's No Quarter. My dad, he's in the game.
We've done something, man. We've actually done something finally.
He's done something finally. He's in a video game. And
where can everybody find Heavy Metal Titans, and where can they get a hold of you guys on social media?
Oh, yeah.
For now, I guess, I need to build a website. I've just been putting that off so long. But for now, you can just hit me up on my YouTube channel or hit me up on Facebook. Pretty easy to find. The only Renzo Legitimacy out there, I think.
Makes it easy?
Makes it easy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you guys stopping by tonight. Wrangler, you got any final words? You look like you wanted to
No,
say
appreciate you having us. We're big fans of Old School Gamer magazine too. There's nothing like going to the mailbox and pop it open and seeing it sticking out there between the bills. It's like you're just swimming, you're swimming in nostalgia. It's a pretty awesome feeling, like when the old Nintendo Power would come to your home. Man. It's just, we really appreciate everything that those guys are doing. We appreciate you guys having us on. We're super excited for launch day here, in maybe a month or two, or where whenever we get her all polished up and looking good. And and we appreciate you guys starring in the game itself too. So
oh man, it was a blast, dude.
Yeah. Did you guys see your special?
What's that?
Did you guys see your special?
Yeah. Do you have it loaded where we can see it?
Yeah.
It was on.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I can. Well, I gotta die real quick, but yeah, I'm about to die. Hold on. That's Cindy's.
Man, that's half of the.
This is nuts.
Fun.
I know.
It's all right. We at least see the video of it. You see us flying down like heroes.
We actually done something in our lives, no question.
Yep. We can actually be proud of ourselves instead of feel like complete failures.
We saved Cynthia.
Yeah.
Gene is thanking us.
That's right. So Gene's actually a bad guy in the game, so it's going to be really cool when they go off against each other.
Todd Friedman says he has to roll in episode 2. What's he doing in there?
So Todd's going to have a really cool role in episode 2. We don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be really cool, really funny too. We had a chance to meet Todd in person at Jong's place, at the Game and Brew. And and he does so much for the community, in so many different ways. So we definitely wanted to get him involved too.
Present day Chicago.
Hey, we should.
Yeah.
Hey, too bad we can't get the rights to Portillo's. Look at this. Oh my God. This is
There we are. That's hilarious.
Nice work, guys.
So it's funny you mentioned Portillo's. There's actually, there's like unlimited Easter eggs. There's actually a Portillo's Easter egg in there.
what?
And and it's announced by. So this is kind of cool too. We're currently processing the audio clips right now, but Tim Kitzrow from MBJM, he's going to be doing some announcing for the game too.
Yeah,
and
he's already done a bunch of the audio. Yeah.
Yep, he did a bunch of lines, and one of his lines has a reference to not. He doesn't say Portillo's, but something specific from there. So we got it. We got Portillo's in there too.
Perfect, man. When I saw Present Day Chicago, I felt like, hey, that's only right to throw something there.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So they'll be jumping through time. Each world is going to be a different time period. The broom is the one that takes them through, that guides them throughout time, and they collect the time crystals, and so eventually save the day. So
yeah,
we're excited for it, man. So within a month or so, we'll see some sort of version of that being released.
Mm-hmm. And we had to split the game in half. Originally, it was going to be twice as many levels, right? Yeah. So episode 1 is what this version of the game is going to be. Episode 2, that we got so many more shout outs we had to put in. Todd Friedman, for instance, he's going to be in episode 2 along with countless other people. I think we've got somewhere around 30 plus in episode 1 alone.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't counted for a while.
Yep.
And we also have multiplayer games levels. So there is a multiplayer mode. It's still really early because we've been focusing on the story mode. But we're gonna have a bunch of levels for that and a few different modes. Right now we just have deathmatch and it's kind of an alpha state. So yeah, it's a little bit on the back burner, but it works. We tested it. We played it together. Billy and I.
Fun.
So
nice. We're definitely excited about it, guys. Thank you so much for being on the show. Speaking of Todd Friedman, he is our next guest, guys. Right. We're going to bring him on from All Things Gaming.
All Things
Todd Friedman is with us right now. How are you, man?
What's up? Long time no see, Todd. What's up, buddy?
You're muted. You're muted on us.
There I am.
Good to see you, buddy.
How are you guys?
Doing well.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
That Heavy Metal Titans looks amazing.
I know, man. I love being a part of that, man. It's so cool of them to do that. Put basically everybody in the community is in it. I don't know who's not in it, really.
Right. I'm about to say everybody's getting some.
Yeah. I think they put pretty much all of us into that. It's so cool, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So you've been doing a ton of traveling, going to a lot of trade shows here lately. Can you tell us some cool stuff that you're going through and seeing?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed doing that so much. I mean, that's how I met this community pretty much in the last, 16 years I've been doing this, is I meet people at these trade shows and I just get, involved in the networking of different people, and I meet, so many cool people. So, I mean, that's how I got involved in Old School Gamer magazine with Ryan and iArcade and Walter Day and the trading cards. So it's just been a fun time. And so this year was obviously the Midwest Gaming Classic last March and April. That was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that was a ton of fun. I sold some Old School Gamer magazines. I promoted iArcade, had a booth there with Ryan. So we met a lot of cool people and got a lot of subscribers to the magazine. And of course, iArcade's also on the end of the booth, and we got a lot of people playing and getting people out there. So
nice. Can you tell us a little bit about the Walter Day trading cards? How long have you been doing that now?
Wow. So I've been working with Walter probably since 2010. So about 12 years now.
Wow.
The cards, my card came out in 2009. That's when I kind of was honored to be on a trading card. And ever since, I asked them to work with it because I've always wanted to collect, baseball cards, football cards, all that, hockey cards, but there was never video game trading cards. Right. And when I found out there was, I wanted to be a part of it. And he was very nice to have me be a part of his, his trading card designs, his promotion. I've got, made a trading card book. Second one just came out. So I've got 2 volumes of the trading cards. And so now I'm an author, and it's been just a great experience in my life. So
that is super cool. Yeah, I was honored to be on one as well. Last year, I think on 2021, I think is when I was on. So lucked out. He thought I was worthy. So that's awesome. I did you, Casey. I did 2 things in my life. I got and I get a trading card.
Yeah, I think we need a King Curl trading card out there. I'm going to work on that.
Oh yeah, that'll be dope, man.
I think he's right.
Yeah. So other than that, so then I did my own. I typically do a trade show in July called the Video Game Summit. I've been doing that for about almost 12 years as well. But the place we went to here in Chicago closed down, and I wasn't able to do it in July, so it had to be canceled. So I moved my retro gaming convention, sort of per se, to the Pinball Expo this past October. And I brought retro gaming into the Pinball Expo, which is also in the Chicagoland area. And it was a good experiment. We had, you were saying, Tim Kitschko, he was there. We had Brian Colin, we all know Brian, and Warren Davis was there, the creator of Qbert. So we had some good guests and a lot of good vendors. It just it was an experiment. We need to do a little tweaking to get it to more retro feel. So
cool. Well, you'll get there, man. I know you guys are putting in hard work, and it's just a matter of time until you get it exactly how you want it.
Yeah. It's going to be good. I mean, there's thousands of people that come to that. So
what trade shows are you looking forward to in the next year or so?
Oh, the one thing I was looking forward to was last weekend, and I couldn't make it, was the Free Play Florida one.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so that's where the International Video Game Hall of Fame, which is something else I'm involved with, that's where the ceremony was taking place, and I really wanted to go there and represent the Hall of Fame as well as Old School Gamer and others, but I just couldn't get out there, and it was really a bummer. So I talked to Ryan, and we're going to go to a lot more trade shows next year. We're going to go to, do the Florida ones. We're going to do the Portland ones. That's a really big one.
Yes,
a lot of Midwest ones. So I will be out there a lot more in 2023.
Very, very cool. So, Todd, where can everybody find you online?
Oh boy. Well, I do have a Facebook page. Obviously, you can search through Facebook. I also have a YouTube channel where I post random gaming videos, nothing really crazy with editing, just fun, like gameplay videos and unboxing videos, and just really quick kind of 3 to 5 minute videos showing stuff that I do in the gaming community. And then, yeah, that's about it. And then the walterdaycollection.com is my website. So you can go there and my email address is there and you can see all the trading cards, as well as Old School Gamer. Obviously, I'm on the website. I'm a writer there. So my email is on there as well.
Are you able to submit somebody that you want to get a trading card for on that website?
Oh yeah, you can just email me or Walter. We'll get it done. You send us a picture and some information about your gaming, and we'll get it done for you. But yeah, I think Walter's got another year or two to making cards, so we're almost done with the collection. We have over 4,000 cards right now created. So
that's all he wants to do, huh? Just a couple more years, and he's done with it.
He wants to continue his music career. He's a big musician, so he wants to do more with music and kind of lean away from the gaming community. So,
well, whatever he wants to do, I want him to be happy. That's all I can say.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Oh yeah.
Well, Todd, we appreciate you being on the show, my friend.
Yeah.
We try to keep this about 30 minutes, so we're running along. So we're gonna cut her, but we're gonna end the show with Todd's video that he did of every issue of Old School Gamer up to, maybe last month or so.
Yeah, 30 issues. 30.
Yeah, pretty recent.
30. Wow.
So we're going to see everybody next week on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you, everybody. See you later.
Peace.
Thanks.